Orlando Pirates and teams like that, it's very difficult for them to sell, especially the top players, which Uden is a top player right now. And the last time they had a player that was exciting, I think it was Lodge. And I think it's, yes, at some point as South African, from a fan point of view, we want to see the youngsters going further, going abroad, doing great things, you know, and I just wish that happens for him sooner than later. So that he can grow, become a better player. The better the national team, because at some point he is going to be a superstar of the national team. And I strongly believe that Orlando Pirates know what they have in their store. They know the interest that has been there, and I just hope that it happens for the boy. I wish that it happens for the boy, so it's good that this overseas move, and not just improve his lives, but improve family lives, you know, and also play the UEFA Champions League and, you know, propel. Because I think if he gets to those type of positions, I think I'll be more proud because he has opportunities that I never had. That's why I'm rallying that, and I wish that he actually goes, because it will be so great to see a young star that we've all seen from DDC to the PSL to actually go overseas. I think that will be great for him.
We've got this final, but also Sundowns are playing Cup Final, which we are proud of as a nation. Like, how important is for them to not let this opportunity go? Because obviously this trophy has been eluding them for like, I don't know, 8 years if I'm not mistaken.
Look, man, you know that the disadvantage that Mamelodi Sundowns are facing is Mamelodi Sundowns right now in the continent of football, they are well respected. When we won in 2016, nobody was scared of us. So now the chances are Mamelodi Sundowns has a better squad right now. They know what's at stake. They know the importance of winning this Champions League. But also we have so many good quality players at Mamelodi Sundowns that also wants to have a say that I brought the star also at Mamelodi Sundowns. And I think this is a big opportunity. It's going to be tough. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be demanding. But come end of the Champions League final, I want to see Sundowns lifting the trophy to actually now cement, and I think to cement, I'm saying cement the career of Tembiswan, who has been magnificent, and I think he deserves to win something. I think he deserves to be on the pitch, deserves to be lifting that trophy from Mamelodi Sundowns. And I know the players as well, they're behind that, and the coach also has been brought in, Coach Cardozo, to be able to help the team to get into the final and get to win it, because like you said, it is a trophy that has been eluding Mamelodi Sundowns for so many years. But I think this is the right time. Something good is happening within South African football. We saw the national team coming third at AFCON. We're seeing two great South African teams going to the semi-final, one knockout, one going there. We're hoping to see a South African final, but there is something good that is happening within South African football, and I think the Champions League will belong to South Africa.
Great. Soweto Derby, I don't know, like it's been 10 years or 9 years since we had that feeling of Fuguti, we're going to the final and it's two giants of Soweto meeting up. Like, what do you foresee happening tomorrow?
I can only hope, my brother, because at the end of the day, it is a huge game. It's not just a derby, it's a derby that has a final. You know, whoever loses, it's going to be disastrous in terms of emotions. What I will possibly anticipate is a game, an open game, a game that all the fans that have paid and bought tickets to enjoy the game, and also to see the superstars from both teams to actually shine on the day, because they are the superstars that everybody's coming there to watch, just to enjoy the game and make sure that you do the best that you can for your team to win. Speaking of the derby itself, I mean, in the past, we used to have the connotation that derby were boring and the 0-0 draw derbies, and I think that has improved a lot. And I'm sure that we can actually now anticipate a very great derby with beautiful football that's going to be displayed on the pitch. And yeah, I think Orlando Pirates as well, being the defending champions, being the Cup Kings, they're going to be a difficult team to actually play against. But yes, again, you have the Kaizer Chiefs that are hungry, Kaizer Chiefs that nobody knows how they're going to show up, who might be on the lineup, who's not. And that can be daunting for Orlando Pirates preparation, because then you don't know who's going to show up for the Kaizer Chiefs. And playing against a team that is so hungry, playing against a team that wants to do well with everything that they can, becomes very, very difficult. Because at the end of the day, when the match is done, nobody remembers to an appropriate how. And I think from a Kaizer Chiefs perspective, like the pressure of winning this trophy, because understanding that it took them so many years just to be in the final. Just to be in the final is tough, because then, as much as you're a big club with so much history, it doesn't necessarily mean that with that you guarantee the final. And we've seen a lot of players coming from Kaizer Chiefs, being signed and leaving without playing in the final. So nobody actually is entitled to play in the final. So it'll be very, very interesting to see the younger ones who are more experienced because now they've been playing continental football. They're in the semi-final of CAF, the nerves, the stress, and you could see also how these boys have played. They're such a joy to watch, and I can't wait to see them again tomorrow. But also, it's also an opportunity as well for the Shabalala from Kaizer Chiefs, or the dudes from Kaizer Chiefs, from Dubai, the youngsters actually to mark this calendar as one of those games that actually propel their career. Because as much as Bafana Bafana is doing great, as much as Bafana Bafana is in a good space, but you still want to see Kaizer Chiefs players in the Bafana Bafana setup. And these are type of games that actually propel you and put you in those type of positions. So I'm expecting a beautiful game. Hopefully there will be goals.
You say there's a statement you said, I think in February, you didn't know that they were going to play Pirates, but you said it would be good for Chiefs to win a trophy this season, if I'm not mistaken. Like, what would it do, speaking about them, maybe possibly coming back to Bafana Bafana and stuff like that? And maybe just the last one on that, like, would it help them to come back a better team next season?
I mean, first of all, the reason why I said that earlier in the year that I think there's an opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs to win, because at some point, something has to give. And being a team that has so much history, with so many fans within the country itself, being crying about the same thing, trophy, and you look at all your neighbors, you look at all your arch rivals that are winning trophies, at some point something's going to give. And it might not give when things are good. Now you look at Kaizer Chiefs, things are not great. They're not getting results that they need, but this might be the trophy that turns everything around. And I'm speaking of this because at Mamelodi Sundowns we were that team before Coach Peter came, signing players, trying to win, nothing comes up. And when things were a little bit bad, they were shaking, fighting relegation, he came back and started winning, and that became the culture. And I think this is an opportunity for Kaizer Chiefs to do so. But yet again, the problem is now you are playing a lot of players which are cupcakes, and it's very, very difficult. And a lot of players, they've got so much confidence going into any game, believing that they're going to win. I think that's an advantage when you're going to such games. But for Kaizer Chiefs I wouldn't advise, because I'm not a coach for Kaizer Chiefs, but I wouldn't advise for them to soak up the pressure and sit back, because at the end of the day, you don't want to look back and look at the things that you could have done better to propel you to actually winning the game. So they need to play all out. They need to have the same confidence that they had when they're playing against Mamelodi Sundowns. They had courage. They showed that they want to play, they want to win, even though they're also against them. I mean, when was the last time they beat Mamelodi Sundowns? But they did. And I think there's an opportunity for them actually to do so. And I know that if they do win this trophy, if it happens that they do, trust me, they're going to start better in the new season. But also what helps as well is, even top players around the country don't want to play for Kaizer Chiefs. In the past, the reason why top players were eager to play for Kaizer Chiefs around the Pirates is because they were winning trophies. Every top player wants to win a trophy, and when you start winning, even good players they want to come back and play for Kaizer Chiefs. And that only helps South African football. And when Kaizer Chiefs wins, when Kaizer Chiefs does well, South African football becomes a marketable thing. It becomes so good, and we want to see Kaizer Chiefs doing well. As much as we want to see them competing against Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates, but still, we want to be at the podium come the end of the season. I think there's an opportunity for that.
Still on Kaizer Chiefs, Teko, what are some of the areas of concern going to this final? Do you think in the field they need to correct if they want to win this tournament?
Look, I think they're at the stage where it's very late if you want to try and focus on what you need to correct, because you've got one game and that's it, one opportunity. We know that Kaizer Chiefs has been conceding goals. They've been, leaking at the back. They haven't been convincing, and also different lineups at the back because of injuries. It's unfortunate for Coach Nabi what he's going through. But yet again, it's a game that if they do concede, they need to have the belief that if we concede 2, we need to score 3. I think that's the game tomorrow, because conceding, you're playing against Orlando Pirates that literally scores every game. So it's going to be very difficult for Kaizer Chiefs to stop those type of players. But yet again, at some point, guys, the pride and the ego of playing for such a big club that is Kaizer Chiefs needs to kick in. And they do have quality players. Serginho, we've seen as well when he's playing, especially playing as a 10, how influential he is. Shabalala as well, Trail as well, becoming an important player in that midfield. But my concern is not Kaizer Chiefs going forward, because I think in terms of stats and numbers, they are the most attacking team within the country itself. But it's the number of goals that they are able to score, but also the ones that they're conceding. Because cup games, it's about scoring goals, irrespective of how many you concede. So I think tomorrow it's a game where they actually need to have an opportunity and believe that they can actually score more than